Hey, so lately I'm getting a lot of people coming to me and saying, we should be using Google Docs instead of PrimaryPad, right? Because, Google Docs has got all the functionality built in that PrimaryPad's got. And in some ways that's true, in others it's not. It does have some of the functionality. And I won't say that PrimaryPad or Etherpad has more functionality than Google Docs, but they have different functionality. So PrimaryPad's all about collaboration, be it collaboration between two pupils or two workers or a teacher and a pupil. And so really we focus on that kind of core element of how a child uses a word processor in that sense. So the first feature is the time slider. Now what the time slider does is it allows you to see what's been changed on a pad. So essentially what you're able to do is create a new pad, type a load of stuff in, have some pupils coming on and review my stuff. This is me as a pupil. And then they can come in and edit that. And then what we'll be able to do is, if I go to the time slider, hit play, you'll see how everything's all changed along there. So, the ability for a teacher to be able to see how a document's actually evolved over time is extremely useful. So that's the first feature. Second feature, I guess, is the kind of core simplicity of PrimaryPad. The fact that you can just go straight through to primarypad.com and then you'll be presented with the create public pad button, or of course you can log in and that way you can put passwords and stuff on pads to keep them a bit more child protection and make it easier to manage pads. So you can just go straight in there, create a pad, bada boom, you're done. And then share that URL out, and you're not having to kind of jump through lots and lots of hoops to kind of get started collaborating. And we really believe in that kind of barrier-free learning at primary technology. We want to push it out to as many different people and places as possible. We also want to try and get it out into as many different countries, just thinking about using different technology. So another advantage that PrimaryPad's got over Google Docs, and don't get me wrong, when I'm talking about Google Docs, I think that it's fantastic what Google have been able to achieve with Google Docs. I think that it's a great product, and we're extremely thankful for them releasing Etherpad open source and for taking on some of the employees from AppJet. But Google Docs in its nature has to be everything to every man. It has to be a product that can be used by anybody at any time. Whereas PrimaryPad, we're focusing mostly on learners and teachers, so just purely education. So we're able to bring in features that are specific for teachers and pupils, which is important because it means that the toolbar doesn't get cluttered with lots of things that don't really make any sense to what is essentially a collaborative editor, a collaborative word processor. So the latest features that we've brought in are the ability to just bring images in easy, the ability to copy pads, to create templates and stuff like that. They're real simple stuff, and we're working at the moment on an ability for a teacher to see all of the pads that are being edited under their class. So you might have 5 groups of 6 kids working on 6 different pads, 5 different pads, and teacher might want to see just on their, on the interactive whiteboard or straight on their page, all of the 5 pads being edited in really real time at a given time. So we're working on that feature at the moment, and these are just the features that Google will think to be working on because in their nature they've got a much wider user base. So we're kind of putting all these things together, and hopefully Google will adopt some of them and bring them into Google Docs. So it's not a use us all the time or use Google Docs all the time. Use the right tool for the job at the time, and always keep in mind that it's good to know a lot of different Web 2 tools so that you have a really good arsenal when it comes to going to war. So thanks very much for listening. Any questions, and just ping me. Bye-bye.